When entering into a conversation about laziness, it's important to realize that this tricky companion of ours forms in response to a task that is seemingly unnecessary for our body. Simply put, our body, like a personal hero, prefers to respond to those things that don't make much sense. And this is where the puzzling problem begins. Our consciousness, as an eternal skeptic, unrecognizably considers almost everything around us useless. Why go for a morning jog when you used to be perfectly fine without it? Why waste time learning a new language when you can easily communicate with the world around you? And finally, why change anything about your life if it already seems good? Laziness, by its very nature, is our protective shield designed to preserve our last reserves of energy. The less energy we have, the more prone we are to laziness. But here's the catch: the more actions we take, the weaker our defenses become. Yes, it's like a vicious cycle, and there are only two ways to break it. Or our bodies are reacting to massive stress, or we have to take care of ourselves by force of will. So friends, let's unravel this mysterious cycle together and learn to circumvent laziness as true explorers of our inner world. In our video, we will look at the third way: how to trick your mind and get rid of laziness without resorting to extreme methods. The first step in this exciting adventure is to break down the tasks into tiny pieces. Imagine overcoming your morning laziness and heading to the stadium while you are comfortably in your warm bed, engrossed in your phone screen. It's unlikely that you'll think of instantly dropping everything and going on a sporting adventure, but your body, as if the guardian of your inertia, immediately objects. Why? We have always been lying like this, and it seems fine. This is where the trick comes in handy. Change your mind by breaking down the task into hundreds of small steps. This way, it's like you're telling your brain, yeah, I'll just get out of bed and go weigh myself. Nothing complicated. After you've weighed yourself, add another small step. Now go home after my morning run. So, the secret is to trick your mind by breaking down mundane activities into tiny, doable steps. Our consciousness doesn't like to expend a lot of energy, especially if we are used to a passive lifestyle. It's important to truly believe that you won't take a huge leap and nothing will happen once you step out of your comfort zone. But at the same time, remember to remind yourself of your hidden intentions and follow this principle in any areas of your life. After all, you want to make 1 million, start with 1,000, set small, seemingly ridiculous goals, and step by step you will achieve success without sudden leaps. The second important aspect is consistency, which should be applied to small goals as well, keeping the previous principle in mind. Let's imagine, for example, that you have decided to lose weight and make a habit of running in the morning. You've already woken up to the alarm clock ringing at 6 a.m. and gotten out of bed, but you don't necessarily need to head to the stadium at this point. Start by simply getting used to waking up at this time every morning and doing something. The key here is consistency. After a week, add the next step, such as a short walk around the apartment. Later, this walk can turn into a 40-minute run around the stadium. At this stage, it is not so much the quality of the action that is important, but its constant presence. Let's take another example. You want to learn a foreign language. Do not start immediately with 20 words a day, as your body will feel threatened by your energy reserves and respond with laziness. Start by simply reading foreign words and pronouncing them. Just create a habit of practicing a foreign language and then gradually make the tasks more difficult. The third step is to take breaks. Remember that laziness is your body's response to a lack of mental or physical energy. Breaks are a great way to regain the attention of your signaling system and replenish your energy reserves. And finally, let's move on to the fourth stage. At this stage of activity, those who have a life of little activity usually suffer. It is important not just to engage in some activity, but to engage in exactly that which brings real benefit. Let's take an example. Suppose you interact with unpleasant people, go to a job you don't like, and do an interesting work. From your body's point of view, there is little or no benefit from such activities. Even if you get paid for it, you get no moral pleasure, which means that your mental resources are not replenished. But how does your brain feel? It thinks, my master doesn't know how to allocate resources intelligently. The body is in laziness mode, and it turns that mode on. And it's really that simple. But if you start doing things that bring you pleasure, if the results of your actions inspire you to be even more active, the brain obediently says, Master, the body is ready to manage resources intelligently. Reward mode is on. Human beings are simple creatures. There are no necessary functions in us, including laziness. It's just our body's way of helping us, sometimes overdoing it. Therefore, it is important, first, to divide large tasks into small subtasks. Second, showing your body the seriousness of your intentions through consistency. Third, take breaks. And fourth, do things that inspire you. I hope this video is useful for you and you, dear friends, will finally get rid of laziness. Thank you for watching. Rate the video, subscribe, and don't miss the next videos that will help you look at life in a new way.